Francine Smith.
Drink.
Life of the party, but deeply misunderstood. American Dad is a show defined by its lunacy.
Do you hear that?
We have a CIA agent with the ego of a small god,
Very nice.
an alien with 1,000 personalities, and Klaus, who is a man stuck in the body of a fish. But for years, Francine Smith was the anchor. She was the Marge Simpson, the Linda Belcher, the one holding the family together while the world around her descended into chaos. But if you look closer, and I mean really look, Francine isn't the anchor. She's the most volatile element in the house. While Stan's neuroses are loud and Roger's are theatrical, Francine's are deep, dark, and increasingly clinical. Today we're looking at 3 episodes that really make you think. Is Francine Smith okay?
I can't believe you guys didn't let me smash his teeth out and cut off his hands.
The foundation of a fracture. To understand the Francine of 2026, we have to look at the girl she used to be. Every psychologist will tell you that stability starts with the parents. Francine didn't have that. She was abandoned by her biological parents and was then raised in a Catholic orphanage where her identity was corrected through violence. She was born left-handed, which the nuns viewed as a mark of the devil.
These are the devil's minions!
This is crucial. From age 7, Francine learned that her natural instincts were wrong and had to be suppressed to survive. She spent her youth as a wild child to cope, but beneath the partying was a girl who framed her own sister for arson and who never had a chance to heal from all the trauma she endured as a child. When she met Stan, she didn't find love. She found a box, a domestic box where she could hide all that darkness. But as we see in the later seasons, that box is starting to burst. A Song of Knives and Fire. This season 17 episode is a masterclass in psychological displacement. Stan becomes a volunteer firefighter and finds a sense of purpose he's been lacking.
I love you. Fire station open houses!
However, Stan is disappointed because being a firefighter wasn't as exciting as he thought it would be. So Francine decides to help. But she doesn't just support him, she starts setting fires.
A little fire is all he needs.
Using a bottle of alcohol and ripping a piece from her own dress, Francine creates a monstrous flame and is seemingly drawn to it until Stan comes to put it out. It's almost like a manifestation of her compulsive caretaking. Francine is so terrified of being useless or abandoned, like when she was a child, that she creates a catastrophe just so she can be the one to give Stan the fix. Klaus asks Francine if she enjoyed setting the fire at the dumpster, and Francine hesitates at first, but ultimately admits to it being a rush.
There was something about striking a match, seeing the flame grow and become so untamed.
Seeing the fire grow so untamed really gave Francine a dose of serotonin. Klaus points out that this could be a problem in the future.
So long as it doesn't become a destructive fixation for you.
But that's exactly what happened. At first she was doing it for Stan, but shifted to her doing it for the high it gave her. The arson becomes a metaphor for her own internal state. She spent decades extinguishing her own personality for the sake of the Smith family. No one really understanding her deep need for connection and nurturing. Watching the world burn is the only time she feels like she has any power. It's a cry for help that sounds like a crackling flame. Francine, with fire burning in her eyes, goes to set the place on fire where her and Stan got married, which happens to be a building filled with dumpsters, something else that was ultimately Stan's fault, and Francine had to make the best of it.
How do you even know I'd be here?
You said where it all began.
Stan and Francine faced with death because of the fire she created and the fire in her heart and mind that Stan is constantly throwing twigs on. They manage to get out, and Stan says he will try to do better.
It's time I repay the favor.
The predatory loneliness. If the arson episode was about her anger, Season 17's The 3 F's is about her isolation. This, in my opinion, is one of the saddest episodes of the show. The family completely checks out on her. They don't listen, they don't even see her. Francine retreats into the backyard, wishing her family would spend some time with her by the pool. They all ignore her invites until Francine finds a frog.
Hi there, little froggy.
The frog somehow lures the others from the house and for a short time brings the family together, until one frog turned into a group of frogs that eventually took over the entirety of the house and backyard.
Now nothing can come between me and my family.
She doesn't just watch them, she joins their hierarchy. She becomes a predator. This is classic dissociative fugue. She is so lonely in her own home that she would rather pretend to be a cold-blooded amphibian than a neglected mom and wife. There's a reoccurring theme in American Dad. Francine is the only one who knows how broken she is, aware of the trauma and loneliness she carries, but no one else ever seems to notice. When she aligns with the frogs, she's willing to sacrifice and give her body to the frogs as dinner for their offspring.
Come with us. These frogs are going to eat you.
I want them to, because they're my family.
She is completely in a trance. To her, it makes more sense than the emotional neglect of her marriage. The frogs giving her the sense of being needed. It shows that her mental state has regressed to a primal level because her emotional needs are being zeroed out. Her family eventually comes to her rescue before it's too late. The voyeuristic void. Finally, we have Season 19's The Clearview Motel. This is the breaking point of her reality. In this episode, Francine becomes so lonely and bored with her life that she invites herself to Tuttle's aunt's funeral, whom she's only met once briefly at a cookout.
Both waiting on mustard.
At the funeral, Francine comes off as strange and
How
clingy.
did you say you
On
knew
her way
Della?
home, she runs into Roger. They end up staying at a cursed hotel called Clearview. They become obsessed with spying on the guests through vents in the ceiling.
Whew, I did not expect
Eventually, Roger is ready to call it quits. Francine refuses to leave. This is the final stage of her psychological collapse, depersonalization.
I'm concerned, Franny.
Francine has stopped living her life and has started viewing it. She's addicted to the drama of others because her own life has become a repetitive loop of Stan's ego and Roger's antics. While Roger is trying to get home, he gets stuck on a looping road he can't seem to get off of. Francine finds a hidden place in the attic to some type of spiritual realm with a giant owl like Bohemian Grove and air vents with visions of her family back at home.
It's the whole family, and they're letting me in.
Francine comes to her senses, and through one of the air vents sees her and Roger pulling up to the hotel, as if watching it all play out.
Don't you
She
dare!
immediately runs to the no vacancy light to turn it off. Roger and Francine in the car turn around and never end up staying at the hotel. Francine putting in the no vacancy light got them out of the loop and back into natural order. This episode is pretty eerie, much like the episode Rabbit Ears, where Stan gets trapped in a TV show. Francine is trapped in the role of the observer. She doesn't want to be in the world anymore. She wants to be behind the glass. It's the ultimate sign that she's checked out. She's no longer a character in her own story. She's a ghost haunting her own life.
I'm not hurt. It's a miracle.
So is Francine Smith a bad person? No. She's a product of a system that tried to break her from birth. Between the abandonment, the physical abuse from the nuns, and the emotional neglect of the Smith household, she isn't just quirky. She's a woman surviving a lifelong nervous breakdown. Her wittiness and good looks make her likable, but if this were any other genre, Francine would be a protagonist of a psychological thriller. So this begs the question, is Francine Smith okay? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing for more related content.